So hi, I'm with Eeshan Sonak. He hit a half century, 50 rank in
50th rank, yes.
50th rank in CLAT,
Yes.
and expected, or how are you feeling about that rank?
I'm overjoyed. I mean, it's much better than I possibly could have ever expected. And it was a pleasant surprise to see my rank on the
So
14th.
when you say surprise, why do you think it was a surprise? You didn't expect.
Because, I mean, in mocks and all, my ranks were around in the 40s or 60s or in that range. And
Okay.
I mean, I thought that CLAT, much more people would be giving it. So I didn't expect to do this well.
Very good. And your father is a high Bombay High
Yes,
Court
he's
judge.
a judge in the High Court. So
Yeah. So the whole idea of law was
yeah, so I used to stay in Goa, and there he was a practicing lawyer.
okay.
And my mother was a microbiologist, so these were the diverse fields I was exposed to as a child.
Okay.
And growing up, I think I was always inclined towards law because of how challenging it is, because how
True.
interesting it is, and it's not at all monotonous. Like you get so many different cases. I used to hear some from my father. It used to be very fascinating.
Fantastic.
And I've always loved debates, MUNs, and
So now
stuff like
this was your decision to do law came somewhere in your 8th, 7th,
yeah, 7th actually.
7th, 8th.
Yeah.
And then how did you land up doing science in your boards?
Okay, so both my parents, in fact, have a science background,
Okay.
and
So your
I felt
father was a lawyer.
yeah,
Also.
so he did science and then law,
Okay.
which is also what I'm doing now. But so I found science to be so. For law, nothing is alien. I mean,
Correct.
you require knowledge in every field, and the chances of me going to arts and reading something about science were much smaller than the other way around. Like I thought if I do science, it will help in logical reasoning. I won't have any fear of science, like how I've seen some art students having.
And then I think the Maharashtra government is giving you some scholarship.
Oh yeah, that is. So I didn't do too well, but I got an 81 in my boards. So there's this Inspire scholarship for top 1%. So
You're in the top 1% in your board.
yes, that's what they're saying.
Very nice. But I think you're not going to take that up. You
No, of course not. Yeah, law. I mean, Nalsa is better than I could have ever hoped
So
for.
you with 50th rank, you opted for Nalsar, Hyderabad.
Yeah, I
Normally
did.
people look at Bangalore.
Bangalore, yes.
Any
So,
reason as to why you did
So
that?
I have like friends over there, and I know people who have graduated as well, and from what they told me, there was high academic stress. I mean, the study 6 exams a year, trimester system. Whereas Nalsa seemed to be more of a calm life, a more peaceful life, and I feel that would suit my interests.
I'm sure that will be as competitive.
Of course, I mean, I would be disappointed if it wasn't.
True.
But
So let's go to you studied for 2 years with us, right?
yes, I did.
And why did you decide to join in your 11th itself to prep for the?
Because I was sure I was going to do law. So I thought that if I go for 11th with y'all, it would be a head start compared to the ones who went for 12th. And I was very impressed by all your facilities, by the teachers, they were very warm. So that's why I decided.
You're good. I think we sold well.
And it was worth every penny.
And another, so let's talk about your CLAT preparation.
Sure.
So you did study for your board. Science would have been
I
pretty
did. Yeah, it
difficult.
was.
You had to prepare for CLAT. And then I'm sure that you also had quite a few. You're in St. Xavier's College. I'm sure there's been
St.
a lot of.
Xavier's, yes, Malhar, Volantis, all
So
those
you
events.
did you practice?
I did. So I took part in Malhar, I took part in Volantis as volunteers. I did represented college in table tennis, badminton and chess.
Oh.
And I also did CLAT side by side. I mean, the faculty has been so supportive, and they never told you to only do CLAT. They told you to please go ahead for all this, have a good life as well.
True.
And I mean,
So how was it? How? So what you're a very disciplined boy. You
ask my parents that. I'm sure they don't agree.
So how did you manage all this together? You did well
Yeah,
at all.
so when I would do an event, I would focus on that. But moment I was out of it, I would be now quickly switch my clock and go back to CLAT. And
So did you have a regiment as daily you would do
I
something?
had schedules. I'm not sure how they penned out, but
Okay.
it used to be like around 60% of the time for CLAT, 40% for HSC. Only after prelims, I think that changed. I mean,
Changed.
after prelims, I did really badly in my prelims.
Okay.
Yeah, in science especially. So then it was a wake-up call.
That was the time I think we met once.
Yeah, we did. And that was the time when I thought that I wouldn't even reach 75 in science. But it all worked
good.
out in the end, luckily.
So in terms of your preparation, what are things that you did do during those time? What do you think were the important things that really helped in terms of cracking the
Okay,
test?
so first thing is the faculty. I mean, you've been such a good motivator and always there for support. Namrata ma'am, she's been with us for 2 years, and anytime, even at 2 a.m., if I had a doubt, she would respond.
Okay.
Samrat sir, in the end, I was pathetic at GK, and I think now I've got a 37 or so, 36.75. So it was a big jump from there. I used to end up in like 18 to 22, that range, around just 3 months before CLAT.
So 3 months
From-
before CLAT, you're about 18 in GK, and that almost
20 to 25 maybe.
Mm.
And Samrat sir, even in maths, he played a huge role. Palash sir, so even verbal, I didn't know a lot of rules, and we've had on a single question half an hour long discussions of why this and why not, what I used to think. So all this. Also, one more very important thing is the friends that I made at CLAT. I mean, to see them doing well, to see that whole competitive environment, that really helped. I mean, Tejas has been with me for 2 years. He used to always be a little bit above me.
Okay.
So to see all that competition, it pushed me.
Right.
Then Ayohi, he chipped in the second year and he did amazing. I mean, at a time when I was at 110 to 120, he had crossed a 140.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was amazed and inspired, in fact. Even Sanjali, her GK was always fabulous. So all these friends really contributed.
So you chose your friends wisely. Is that what you're saying?
Probably. I mean, we all grew up together and I think we did decently well.
Yeah. So what about the mock test that you've taken? Did you take it diligently?
Yeah, I took about I think 70 mocks and past papers as well. So it's been a lot. And one thing about CL that I really liked was that they had the percentile.
Right.
So you know how you fare with respect to others, with regard to others, because knowing just marks does not make sense.
True.
So that I felt was very helpful. So even my parents, they never really applauded me for my marks. They used to always be like, okay, rank 25th. There are 24 people ahead of you. Why couldn't you be there?
Okay.
So, I mean, that really kept me pushing, kept me in the grind.
Alright. So if there are, there's a couple of advice that you have for people who are prepping for CLAT next year.
I think first thing is be honest with yourself. I mean, there's no point in getting high marks in mocks and showing off and then getting nothing in CLAT.
Don't cheat is what I'm saying.
No, I mean, you should know where you stand. You shouldn't try to, think, you shouldn't have wrong beliefs about yourself. You should know what you are good at and what you are not. What are your strengths and weaknesses, so that you can work on your weaknesses while maintaining your strengths. So I feel the analysis that the mocks have, that CL mocks have, is superb. I mean, you can really check out where you aren't going right. They have drill down analysis where you can actually pinpoint the areas where you need practice. So that, and second is, please consult your faculty as much as possible. That is the main thing. I mean, without them, I wouldn't be anywhere.
Yeah. So you're saying analysis. Is there anything that you would probably go back and would have done differently? Is there anything that on hindsight?
Probably, I studied from very many sources. I mean, I bought a lot of books, M.K. Pandey or Universals, and I think I didn't do justice to any. CL material is itself so wide that, I mean, I ended up finishing not more than a fourth of the section tests. But, I mean, they were so good, I felt I should have done a lot more, but I didn't do justice to any one source really. So I think if you're going for CL, please use the sources extensively.
Stick.
I feel if I had done that, it could have probably been no regrets, but
So, who taught you? Any teachers at home did it? How was the support from your
parents? Were always there whenever I felt low. Faculty was always there when I felt low. But my parents never really praised me too much. They did compliment me. They did pat me on the back when I did well. But I feel that really keeps you slogging. That feeling of I want to excel. I want to achieve.
Now I'm sure that at least now you got.
Now they are proud. Finally.
Finally.
Yeah, now it's a happy atmosphere, and I'm glad I got the rank in the college that I wanted.
And you've thought about what you want to do after law? You're just...
I have. I mean, it's not very clear, but I want to get into litigation. I want to go into practice.
Yeah, so you're a true lawyer. You want to be the true lawyer.
I mean, yeah.
Fantastic. And thanks, Eeshan. And wish you the very best.
Thank you so much, sir.
And thank you.
Career Launcher. Make your parents explode with joy.